Before we start the podcast, we want to take the time to say if you like us, please follow, like, comment on SoundCloud, sub, like, comment on YouTube, subscribe, rate, and comment on iTunes. It really helps us out. Thanks a bunch.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to Anime Cherry Bomb, where we review all your favorite anime and sometimes your least favorite anime. I'm the guy that inherited a bunch of dirty magazines, Jay, and with me is the true identity of Zebra Mask, Aaron. Aaron, how are you doing?
I thought I told you not to tell anybody that, Jay.
Oh my god, I just spilled the beans right now.
Oh my goodness, I gotta get out of here.
Your swarm of fans are coming.
Exactly.
So what are we going to be talking about this week, Aaron?
Today we are doing the I would say the instant classic anime. Looking up at the rising half moon. No, looking up at the half moon.
You're mixing up the Japanese and the English title.
So looking up at the half moon.
Yeah, this was my pick this week.
Yeah,
and,
it was an anime.
It was very neutral. I'm leaning towards the
negative. Yeah, exactly. But let's get into it with the synopsis.
The synopsis.
Very quick and easy this week. So while Yuichi is stuck in the hospital, he's convinced by his nurse to comfort the sickly bookworm Rika, thus beginning their budding relationship.
That's pretty much it.
It's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
It took me longer than I comfortably want to admit to come up with that description.
Mm-hmm.
This anime was not. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good by any stretch.
Mm-hmm. So should I just hop into the facts, or?
Yeah, let's.
Okay. So Looking Up at the Half Moon is a drama romance anime released in 2006. There are 6 episodes. It's based on the light novel series written by Tsumugu Hashimoto. And the only other thing that he's written other than this is a movie called Before a Falling Star Fades Away. And it's another kind of sad plot. I guess sad in quotations. This anime is not very sad.
It tries to be.
Yeah, it tries to make you sad and tries to make you connect with the characters, but I think it kind of fails at that.
Yeah, exactly.
So, do you want to know what that movie's about, Aaron?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I guess it's about the love between two people that lost their significant other, I guess.
Oh, that's pretty sad.
Yeah, so I guess the main character is this girl, and I guess an accident happens to her boyfriend. And then I think she ends up talking to some other guy that has a similar thing that happened to him.
You know what? That actually matches one of my points I'm gonna make in the general.
Mm-hmm.
And it's how much sadness can you fit into one episode? I think it's episode 2 where they try to just put the most saddest things in one episode. It might either be in the first episode or second episode, but they just try to put a bunch of drama into it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Rika's heart sucks. And her dad's heart sucks, and then the old man dies. And then we find out randomly that Yuichi's dad's a gambler.
Oh yeah, and a drunk or something like that.
And he died.
Did he die? I don't think they said that he died.
Are you sure? I thought they said he died. But I don't know. There's just so much melodrama.
Yeah, exactly. So this was directed by Yukihiro Matsushita, and some of the other stuff that he's directed is Blue Dragon, Maria Watches Over Us, and Sugar Rune. Are you familiar with any of those?
Maria Watches Over Us, yeah, I am.
That's a Yuri anime that I've watched.
Yeah.
The studio was Group TAC, and does that studio sound familiar to you? It's the same studio that did Flint the Time Detective.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That is super weird.
Yeah. And some of the other animes they produced is Gilgamesh and Grappler Baki, which I should put Grappler Baki on my list.
Are they Are these still active or
No,
okay?
they went under. I guess I think the early 2000s is when they well, I
Defunct?
guess not early. This came out in 2006, so that's not an early 2000s.
It's like before the 2010s, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
This was licensed by Lucky Penny, which is a division of Right Stuff Incorporated, and the goal of Lucky Penny is to produce high quality and budget friendly editions of both anime fan favorites and niche titles.
That's actually a pretty cool mission, I guess.
Yeah.
Like niche anime that otherwise wouldn't get a translation.
Mm-hmm. And budget friendly is always nice.
Yeah, I mean you could tell when they produced this, they were budget friendly with the production of the anime.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
Exactly.
With one of your favorite scenes.
Exactly.
But Right Stuff, I always when I was like buying a lot of anime, Right Stuff was always my go-to website.
Yeah, it's because it's not a wholesale
Mm-hmm.
anime, but it's like direct from seller, I guess it would be.
Yeah.
Because like if like that's why I usually buy all my anime is
Mhm.
or when I bought anime, I'd buy it from Right Stuff, just because it's just cheaper to buy it there than, or it used to be cheaper
Yeah.
to buy it off of there than like on Amazon or
Mhm.
especially Best Buy.
Yeah.
It'd just be super expensive face value, and here
Mhm.
you'd get like the special edition ones for $30 cheaper than
Yeah.
anywhere else.
Yeah. I remember back in the day, they used to, I don't know if they still do it, but during like Christmas time, they had like the 12 days of Christmas sale or something like that.
Yeah.
And they would like release a list of like stuff that was like dramatically like lower in price.
Yeah.
And that's how I got a lot of my anime.
Actually, I think right now there's a big sale going on because of it's their birthday month.
Oh, okay.
So all month long they're dropping a bunch of anime prices down.
So that's in July or?
Yeah, July.
Okay.
Well, it is July now.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, by the way, Aaron, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. It was a great birthday. Really drunk last night. Survive. I got up today.
All right, so back to the facts. The music was done by Shinkichi Mitsumune, and he's done stuff like Green Green, Negima, and Speed Grapher.
Great. All classics.
Yes, exactly.
Green, especially Green, especially Negima. Was this the producer you said?
No, the music.
The music.
Yeah.
You know, when I think of it, I can't think of any music that stood out to me
Oh,
in
yeah.
this anime.
Definitely.
Because when you said music, I was like, wait, there was music in this anime?
Yeah, well, a lot of the time there isn't music. It's just that people talking and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But the music that they do show, it's not really interesting, not very unique.
Well, I know, like, when the nurse was in her car,
Mhm.
there's like initial D type music playing.
I thought she was gonna have a motorcycle when
Yeah.
because when I think Yuichi like thinks about like how she is, like her personality is kind of like a biker gang leader.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they show like a quick snippet of her on like a motorcycle with a bunch of lackeys and stuff.
Yeah,
And I thought she was gonna have a motorcycle, but she didn't. She has a car, but she does drive fast.
exactly. She has a race car, a drifting car.
Yeah, like a Skyline or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So both the opening and ending themes were performed by Nobuku, and I couldn't really find anything about her because she just uses her first name as her
Yeah,
name.
as her alias.
as her alias. Yeah, so it was kind of hard to find. Well, I didn't find anything because there's like 10 other people, 10 other famous people with that name.
Even as musicians, like
There was like 3 of them.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because like, well, not musicians, but there was 3 actresses that were named Nobuku, and one of them said voice actress, and I was like, oh, that's probably it, but there was like no info on it. There was like no link to like a wiki or something like that.
That sucks.
Yeah, so sorry about that, guys. So cross media, there's
Wait, before we go there, that's probably my favorite part of this anime was the openings and ending.
exactly especially the opening. I really enjoyed the opening.
Yeah, I was like, I always listen to it during
Mm-hmm.
like when I was watching it. I watched all 6 times the opening,
Yeah.
and I really wished the anime was
as good.
as good as the opening.
I know, right?
I wish the opening was on a better anime.
Oh yeah, that'd have been nice.
Yeah.
Because it has like this nice like alternative, I want to say,
Yeah.
kind of feel to it. Like it's definitely like it definitely sounds like it's like older.
It's very simplistic.
Yeah.
And that's what I really like about it. It's really bare bones.
Mm-hmm.
Just, the acoustic guitar.
Yeah, I really like the guitar in that one. The ending is kind of okay. I don't
Yeah,
really,
it's fun.
Mhm.
It doesn't really sound out too much, but that opening, just the song of the opening is really, really soothing.
yeah.
And
And the ending, like not the song itself, but the images that they show, it's just like still frames of like stuff.
exactly.
And like I was like, oh, are they gonna get married? Because they show like a wedding picture.
Well, I guess that kind of a spoiler of the whole thing at
I
the
thought
end.
I thought that was gonna be a spoiler. I was like, why would they show that now?
Because it is a spoiler because they eventually get married.
I guess so. So for cross media, there's the light novels, of course. There's the manga. There's a live action TV series. There's a film, and there's a drama CD.
Okay, the film is. I actually might want to check out that film
Okay.
if I could ever find it. Maybe it's better as a movie.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe the screenwriter did a better job.
Well, it's the same.
I mean, yeah, it's the same structure, but
It's gonna be the same story.
whoever, it's like you could fix it with an adaptation, like
I guess so.
depending who would adapt it or not. Like
Mhm.
I was telling you before we started, there's different choices I would have made, and adapting it myself.
Mhm.
A lot of weird stuff that when we get to general right now, a lot of bone picky kind of stuff I have.
Yeah. Well, we can just go into general already.
All right, hold on.
One thing that I do like is that it's a short anime. It's only 6 episodes.
Exactly, it doesn't make you suffer
Yeah.
too long.
Mhm.
It doesn't really overstay its welcome either.
Yeah.
Oh man, so just different things like I don't know if I should say for art and cinematography, but one of the general things I really disliked about this anime was how it was constructed. Just how different scenes were put together.
Okay.
I really didn't like it. So like in the very first episode, where he meets Rika,
Yeah.
and then like it's like a couple seconds, and then it cuts to him going to the bookstore or the library to get her book,
Oh yeah.
and then it cuts to a flashback of something that just happened. Like, why didn't you just show that to begin with?
What was the flashback?
So it was of that same day of him meeting her and her saying like, "Oh, you'll do anything for me, right? Then go get me a book."
Yeah, you're right.
But it was a flashback of something that didn't happen. I mean, it didn't happen. They placed it in there.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't get the structural choice of
Mm-hmm.
making it a flashback at there when you could have just shown
That whole
whole
just one
scene.
scene.
and then him going to go get it.
Yeah. And then he got the wrong book.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I get it. Like, it's almost like an artsy choice to do it that way,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like it really succeeded in doing anything.
Yeah, and it didn't really add anything to it
Yeah.
as well.
And then just like I said, that structurally, I have a problem with that scene. The other scene I have a really polished structuring is in episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the halted minute.
Yeah.
And so the whole premise of the episode is, or the whole premise of that scene is that, oh, you have 1 minute. She's like, I'm going to make time stop for 1 minute.
Yeah.
She's like stupid, like poetic to begin with. But she's like, but it breaks down to like, I'm going to distract people for 1 minute. You have 1 minute to go talk to her.
Yeah.
And then it happens in the first like 5. And then like, I don't think has any much more bearing on the episode as it wants it to be.
Because then she goes into surgery, right?
Yeah. Or he leaves her because she has to get her rest because she's weak.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's later on after the whole debacle,
Yeah.
he finds out that she's going into surgery
Mm-hmm.
soon. But I just don't get, like, that scene's supposed to have so much impact like on the character,
Yeah.
and I don't really feel they really showed it
Mm-hmm.
affecting him as much as it should have.
Yeah.
Especially what happens later on in that episode.
Yeah.
which I know for sure we will talk more about later.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't make any. They didn't make any sense to me, like character motivations or anything.
Mm-hmm. I think the only like part where like Yuichi shows like some sort of like prolific like emotion or something like that was when he was reading the book. And
that was a great that's a great scene.
Yeah,
honestly, it makes sense to me because that it was like that was built up for like 2-3 episodes.
Yeah,
where like after she gets to the book, she's like, "Don't read it until I tell you to read it."
Yeah.
And then finally, before he leaves after the halted minute, she's like
okay,
read it, but
read
like,
it
slowly.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's like really cute. And let's see what else do I got. I already mentioned how much tragedy fit in one episode. I feel like the doctor looked way better with his beard.
You feel
before he shaved it? Yeah. I really liked how he looked. His design of like
just having him with. Well, you don't really see it that often. Characters with facial hair.
Exactly. That's why I thought it was really like a unique character design.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just shows back up with.
What was the reason for him shaving it off? Oh, it was.
He had no
time,
right? He had no time because he was coming back from vacation. He was in the mountains for like 2 months.
Yeah.
And then when he came back, they had just called him back in.
Yeah, he didn't have time to shave, but he shaved it because he was scaring a little
girl.
Oh,
the
little
kids.
girl or something like that, right?
Another one that it's just like a logic thing that bugged me was when they're getting Rika's book that she dropped. So he has his friend lure him down. Mm-hmm. Like, why didn't he tie the rope to something?
The railing.
Yeah. So, like, just in case he lost grip, it wasn't just all on him.
To lift him up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my second rope problem is, so you're telling me those 3 people couldn't have hoisted him up? Like... I don't understand.
The second time when he was trying to get to the veranda,
yeah,
right?
when he was trying to get to the veranda.
Yeah.
Like, the 2 other friends couldn't help pick up just this one guy. He doesn't look like he's that heavy.
They had to call up Zebra Mask brother.
Yeah, Zebra Mask 2.
Yep.
And then, to top it off for me, like, these 3 people can't pick up this one guy who can't even move a chair.
I know,
that's blocking his way in his room.
Yeah, like how weak does hepatitis make you?
Exactly.
That you can't push a door or it's not blocking anything, right?
It's just in the way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like it's hitting the doorknob or something.
Yeah.
Preventing him from
like
escaping.
Yes, it's pressing up against the door, but like how like this the nurse like pushes it into place.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think it could be that heavy to where it stops him. Well, I guess you can see it doesn't really stop him because he does get out a bunch.
Yeah.
But
maybe it was just so that if it made it'll make noise.
Maybe. I don't know. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you have any other...
No, I don't have any other general stuff. Do you want to just go into the
let's go
topics?
into art and cinematography.
So... The art, I mean, it's okay. It's
nothing special.
Yeah. The character, I don't really care for the character designs other than like Rika. Rika's a nice looking character.
Yeah, I think Rika and the nurse both have really cool designs. I mentioned earlier that I really hate when guy characters aren't as nicely drawn as
the girls.
The girls.
Yeah.
And so like Rika and Yuichi are like the example of like really, really cool designed female and like crappily designed male.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy her different pajamas she had?
Yeah, I always like when they have a different change of clothes, but their clothes were kind of like,
Right.
I mean, in the opening, she had really cool clothes.
Right, and then did she ever wear them in the?
No.
Yeah.
The only thing that the only regular clothes that she wore was like the school uniform.
Yeah.
And then in the last episode, she was wearing something. I don't know. I don't remember.
Speaking of character designs, or even just character faces, I forgot where it was in the first episode. And I should have marked it down, but there's a really funny scene where it had to be an animation error. It's just she has like a really small face.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about this.
Body. Yeah, and I could not.
It was like disproportionate.
Yes, so there's a lot of stuff in this animated. When we get to my favorite episode, we could talk more about it. But there's scenes in this anime just make me laugh, unintentionally just make me laugh.
Yeah,
especially episode 5
mm-hmm.
with the scene that we're gonna talk about in episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I was like, there's no way this is gonna happen. This is too like tropey to happen. and then it happens, and I'm like, this is ridiculous.
What about cinematography? Do you have like anything? Do you recall anything?
I don't.
I mean, the only thing that really sticks out to me is like just in the first episode that when they made it to, was it Mount Cannon or something like that? Or
yeah,
Cannon?
The one that's sponsored by the camera company. That's what every time I thought about that, she's like, "Why is it named Mount Cannon?" So well, the camera company sponsored some stuff going on.
They made the trail.
Exactly. Yeah, it was once Kodak, but Canon picked it up
when Kodak went out of business.
Exactly. Mount Cannon, which is a pretty cool name for a mountain, if you don't mind me saying.
Yeah, it is. It's a good name. But the shot that I'm thinking of is just like the first time they get up there and like it's nighttime and there's like a short shot of like just the backs of them looking at the view.
Oh,
that's like
before you. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but they use the same technique twice in this anime, and it really made me mad. It makes me mad whenever it happens once. But the technique I'm referring to is they use it I think 3 times, but it's like the sound goes off. You see the character's lips moving and saying something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then the other character reacts, and then like, oh, well, maybe we'll find out what they said later, which we find out later that he said, I love you.
Yeah, in the first episode.
Which is kind of weird. Like, you just met this girl.
Yeah.
And then, which is the point that the doctor makes is like, yeah, you're a danger to her because you've taken her out twice with her heart condition. And I was like, yeah, that is true. He did put her in like her life in danger.
Yeah. And he's also exacerbating his own illness.
Right. Which is I guess it's supposed to be like noble of him to do. He was in the hospital a long time for hepatitis.
Yeah. Well, he was only supposed to be there for like 3 months or something like that. But since he kept going out, like,
yeah, just all the different.
Yeah.
Well, he'd always just leave.
Yeah, he always leaves, and that's what's exacerbating his hepatitis. So he ends up staying like double that time or something like that.
Yeah, he stayed for a long, long time. I forgot my tangent was, but
about when they say something and you can't hear.
Oh
it.
Yeah. So then it happens again when they have the fight about the doctor, her saying, "Oh yeah," Rika saying, "Oh yeah," the doctor told me to apologize to you.
Okay.
And like he yells at her, but then it also mutes out, so you can't see what he said, and then you can't hear what she's saying, and it's like, oh, this is like, and then you never find out. They just
never tell you what the argument was.
I mean, I guess like the context of the argument is already apparent, just that you don't get to see that part. I don't know. It's just I really don't like leaving stuff up to the audience like that, like stupid little details like that to blank out for like no reason. Like the I love you one is like, I don't know, I feel like it'd be more drama if you like heard him say it.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
But
you don't find out until the very last
episode.
Yeah, at the last scene.
And then they cut out the L in love.
Oh yeah, they do.
I don't understand.
But that's the subtitles, right?
Well, no, I think it came back as like he's saying mid like love you.
Yeah.
And like I don't know what, cuz that happens a lot in anime where like the word love is usually like implied. It's never said. So I don't know what the problem is with love and the word love in Japanese.
Well, maybe it's because like Maybe the problem is because like love in Japanese is 2 syllables,
Maybe.
and in English it's just one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Because he's probably like saying like daisuki or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be. I don't know. We didn't major in Japanese in college.
Exactly. Do you have any other cinematography you want to talk about?
Well, like I don't know. It's like the scenes like on the roof. I guess I don't know if because it's always windy up there and you can see the laundry. I don't know. It's not really cinematography, but it's nice looking.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I don't know. I can't think of any shots that
stick out.
Really interest me.
Mm-hmm.
The scene where he's getting straddled by that girl. That speaking of just like weird, like budget things, like I feel like that scene had a lot of budget in it. Like it looked really good. It looked good for what it was.
It was an episode 5.
Yeah. And like his pants looked like really detailed as like her hand was unbuttoning his pants. It looked weird.
Out of place.
So I'm gonna save that for later. I have a lot of bones to pick with that.
Scene.
That scene particularly.
All right. So what's next? Favorite characters?
Yeah, I think we should do favorite characters. Would be probably the faster one of the two.
Yeah. Well. Okay. So what's your favorite character?
So my favorite character. Well, we already talked about one that we have our common one.
Yeah, our common one is Akiko.
Akiko,
the nurse.
She's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But just comparatively else to everyone, because everyone else is
pretty
not
like one-dimensional.
Yeah, like she's also one-dimensional, but she's like the coolest one-dimensional.
Yeah, she's
character.
like a kind of like almost like a delinquent kind of person.
Yeah, like I'd love to see more like of her backstory.
Yeah,
like maybe she was like a bad, like a delinquent, and then became a nurse.
Yeah,
like she had to get a real job.
Mm-hmm. So and that's why she has friends like that.
Yeah,
that easy girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Do you have another favorite?
Yeah, that's Tada-san, the old man.
Okay, yeah.
He went from being like a creepy old man to like a really cool dude when he was like, you know what? Once you find a girl,
go after
her. He's all, and I think even he was like, is it it's not Yusuke, what's his name?
Yuichi?
Yeah, Yuichi. I'm sorry. When Yuichi was like, oh, why didn't you ever go for a woman? He was like, so that's why I'm telling you now, because I wasted my whole life not doing that.
Yeah, he said that like his life is full of regrets because he didn't go after that one girl that he really liked.
Exactly. So he didn't want him to live the same life of regret.
He did, yeah.
And which is really, really cool. Thought. Do you have any other?
I have Zebra Mask and Zebra Mask 2, just because they're just kind of funny, kind of out of place in this anime.
Honestly, kind of sucks because even the good characters in here, we don't have much to say about them because they're all kind of like flat, and it's just 6 episodes doesn't
do it any justice.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen movies that were like an hour and a half where you get attached to a character. So movies that have less time to deal, have made me care about characters, and like this fails to even
get you to connect to anybody.
Yeah, which leads to our least favorite characters, and I put literally everyone else in the anime.
Well, I feel you. I'm like the same way. Like nobody's like really that interesting. But on the top of my least favorite, I put the doctor. I did not like him at all, and like he's kind of annoying, and he just kind of pisses me off sometimes.
I always thought the doctor was gonna be more of a foil in everything.
What do you mean? Oh, like trying to prevent everything from happening?
Trying to prevent them from falling in love.
Yeah.
Because he's
been through it.
And he's like really jealous of him and her.
Yeah.
Like I kind of like the misdirection of the lighter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like supposedly, or when you first see the lighter, she's like, "Why did he give this to me?" when he wanted me to quit.
Mm-hmm.
But it was actually that's what the weird misdirection is because it shows her giving him the present, right?
Yeah.
But then later we find out that lighter was from his wife,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, well, I don't get what the misdirect. Like, why did you misdirect from this? Like, it just seemed like it was like really, like sloppy.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? It was a gift from his wife, right? Or am
Yeah.
I
It was a
tripping?
gift from his wife.
And then am I not making out like there's a scene of her giving him a gift?
Who?
Rika.
Rika?
Of Rika.
I
Isn't
don't- I
it of
don't-
Rika? Isn't it Rika? I thought it was Rika giving. Maybe I'm confusing Rika with his wife
Maybe.
because his wife and Rika kind of do look
Similar.
similar.
Yeah. They both have like long, like bluish purple hair or something like that.
Yeah. And it was just
Did his wife have purple hair?
like
or
maybe
was
like
it brown?
black. It was like black or
Okay.
brunette. I don't know, but either way, like you're right.
Well, they
like,
look similar,
yeah. I really
regardless
didn't.
of hair color.
I really didn't like the doctor
Yeah.
at all either. I also didn't really like Rika and her like weird like tsundere
Mm-hmm.
attitude
Yeah.
towards everything.
Oh, you're gonna do whatever I say?
Yeah.
Go get me a book.
But I also really don't like pushy girls like that. How she is.
Mm-hmm.
Like even to the in the end when he's like, "Come over here," and she's like, "No, you come over here." Like just or like I don't like something, therefore you have to fix it.
Yeah, well, you have to think about it like she's been in that hospital all her life.
I guess so.
So she has like a whole bunch of like nurses and tending to her. Like, oh, I want Jello. That's probably how like it's been for her whole life.
Yeah, okay.
And they
I
get her
can-
some Jello.
I can get that, I guess. I think also that's my favorite part when he's burning the porn mags.
I know, like what a waste. Like the old man gave it to him, like as inheritance. I wouldn't have burned it. I would
have just gave it to somebody.
yeah, I would have gave it to that guy that was interested in him. I'd be like, hey, you want this whole thing? I don't want him.
Yeah, take them. My girlfriend says I can't have them.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of burning all of them.
Yeah, and it was like a sad thing for him because he was like, "Oh, sorry, glasses girl.
That's my favorite scene, too.
Vacation. You were really cute."
You really-
and then go into the fire. Oh, sorry, housewives in lingerie. You were
Oh,
really
yeah.
pretty. Here you go.
It's such a waste. No, but the scene I'm talking about is like I forgot what they called her. I think they called her like porridge girl or something like that. Was because of her last attendant. She would like drop stuff like little things for her to go pick up. So after she just like started throwing her food at her attendant.
Yeah.
But she goes, "Oh no!" He's like, "So would you imagine that she kept the pudding?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't throw the pudding at her."
That's funny. So she likes the sweets.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't feel like I have to call out any other character just because like there's not so many. I usually like small cast anime,
Yeah.
and this is a really small cast.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any underutilized or?
No, not really.
I have one.
Who?
What was her name?
His girlfriend. His girlfriend. She was cool, I guess, but
Miyuki, the one that like let her borrow the school uniform. so
yeah.
that- I mean, she was a kind of a cute girl, and I would have liked to see more of her.
she's only in like what
two
3 episodes. Well, 3.
Mm-hmm.
The last episode, that episode, and
Yeah,
yeah, you're right, but
that's like the only other character. Because the other two guy friends, I don't really care about. I mean, one of them was just using them for dirty magazines, and
right.
the
The other
other
one's
one
just
was
like his friend.
childhood friend or something.
I kind of like how they try to in one episode they try to establish why they're good friends, but it still kind of like fails.
Yeah.
It's not really that good.
Mm-hmm.
They're
like, oh, do you remember when we first became friends? We've always been friends. Or something like
yeah,
that.
something like that.
It was something like that.
Yeah, not good. I mean, as a character drama, it's
Definitely lacking.
it fails. Yeah, like I could forgive the story missteps,
Mm-hmm.
but if you have weak characters, that's like my biggest complaint. I
Yeah.
mean, my biggest problem of any anime is
Yeah.
like I can handle a weak story or like a tropey story.
Just have interesting
Just have,
characters.
have interesting characters. Like if your characters are interesting, and they were going through all this sadness, I would be like, okay, this is really sad, but it doesn't it never hits.
Yeah. It never accomplishes that goal.
Exactly. So, all right, on to favorite episodes.
Okay, favorite episodes.
You can go. You can go first.
So I just picked the first episode just because of that. I feel like you could have left episode 1 and just ended the series like that with just him taking the girl out and I don't know. I guess it could have worked, but I don't know.
Exactly.
I feel like the first episode was the strongest.
But I also feel like I already mentioned before, it's also like really structurally weak.
Mm-hmm.
That episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. There's nothing more I can say. I can't agree with you or disagree with you on that one.
Yeah, because they're all kind of like equal.
They're equally bad.
Yeah, they're equally.
Or not good. Oh, they're not bad. They're just
They're
equally
not
not good.
Yeah.
So I have mine just for one scene only, and that's the demise of the Izakai collection.
Yeah, the episode where he burns all the dirty magazines.
Burns all the dirty mags, and the only reason why, well, I think about like that porridge girl anecdote I really liked, but there's also just this scene I had to show Jay just because the scene is just so funny to me.
Yeah,
and it was of
Yuichi.
Yeah, it was no. That's Yuichi. That's Rika. See, I'm sorry that I'm having really trouble with these names, just because.
Like, yeah, when you don't connect to a character, it's hard to remember their names.
Exactly. So when Rika's throwing a tangerine up to Yuichi, it's just like it's very horribly animated.
Yeah.
Like it's not a scene they want you to focus on, like because it happens really quick. But like the orange literally like floats away from her hand.
Yeah, like it was like a balloon or something.
Yeah, and just like she doesn't even toss it. It like just lifts up from her hand.
Yeah.
And then like he just catches it. It's so weird.
Yeah.
And it's like you can tell it's like it wasn't a part of like the original like framing or whatever. Like it was like digitally added in.
Yeah.
And it just looks really, really bad, and I thought it was really funny.
Yeah. I didn't notice it the first time, but when you pointed it out, it was pretty freaking hilarious.
Yeah, that's why there's a lot of moments in this anime that I couldn't stop laughing because it's just like really bad and really funny, which leads us to our least favorite episodes. Unless, do you have another favorite episode? I'd be surprised if you did.
No, I don't have another favorite.
So the halted minute.
That's my least favorite.
It's a bad episode.
Yeah.
There's like we said, there's like a line of mediocrity. I think this is like bad. Just how it's earlier talking about like the structure of that episode.
Yeah.
Just really bad. Like I don't feel like the actual scene of the halted minute effectively did anything.
Yeah. And like you said, they like that whole scene of the halted minute was like in the first 5 minutes of the episode.
Like I was telling Jay earlier, like if I were to build that episode, like redoing that episode, I'd be like, have the nurse say like I can get you a minute.
Yeah. And
then he's like, I got to think about it, and then have
him do something special.
Well, no, but have him like he has to, because he has 1 minute. So what is he gonna tell her in this 1 minute?
Yeah.
To convey, and like that could lead to like how he was kind of like walking by himself sadly. So I guess that's why he was walking himself sadly, because of he just experienced that 1 minute.
Yeah.
But I personally like the thought of like, what if he was out there thinking about like what can I say?
Yeah.
And then he gets picked up by the loose girl, and then like have his kind of motivation in that moment being like, well, maybe I can forget about her for a bit and hang out with this girl.
Yeah.
Well, like you're just trying to get a little bit of like sting into where he almost makes this mistake and then gets like pulled away from it.
Yeah.
And then now he has the thing that he wants to tell her the most, like not that he cheated on her, but the more of like, no other girl will like do it for me, like it has to be you.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, and have that said in the minute, or like have that minute be the lead up to her surgery. Like,
Yeah.
this is her last minute to have free time before she has a 50% chance of dying. So have this be the last instant of them talking together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's so many different ways how you can make that scene a lot like
more impactful.
I feel like I made that scene more impactful just
saying it like that.
Yeah, but I didn't even change any of the context of the episode. All I did was just move stuff around.
Yeah, and it would have made a lot more sense.
Exactly. So like, have that halted minute be the centerpiece of your episode and not him almost banging the stranger. I also can appreciate the nurse winding up and almost hitting her, and it cuts away, so they save the animation
of the hit.
Yeah. Exactly. But I know I talk about how much I hate. What's your take on the episode?
Well, the only thing that I really don't like about that episode, well, yours is very commendable. Like the whole, it could have been structured a lot better and made it a lot more impactful. But I just didn't like that scene where he almost cheated on her.
Yeah, that's
like the only time in the whole anime where I got like some sort of reaction. I was like, "What the hell is going on? Like, why? Like, isn't hepatitis contagious? Doesn't this lady know?"
That's why I was like, "This is weird." So
also, there's that age difference. Like,
so as they were driving, I was like,
when I was 17, I wish you.
Right? Exactly.
I wish it was that easy.
Exactly. What I didn't get, or what the unintentionally funny thing of that episode is, like, they're in the car and she's like, "Oh, well, I'll take you to my house for a little bit or whatever." And I was like, "No, they're not gonna have sex, are they? It can't. It's too tropey. You can't do this."
Mm-hmm.
And then it shows her in the house, and then like how like he's focusing on her, on her boobs. And I was like, Are you serious?
Yeah, it was so weird that shot of just her boobs. I was like, okay.
And like how she's like bending forward, but like she's in that position for like way longer than is like comfortable. Like for like 10 seconds, she's just like leaning forward, like obviously trying to get him to look.
Yeah, trying to entice him.
Yeah, and I was like, this is the most horrible seducing attempt I've ever seen in my life. And then it cuts to the moon, and then I was like, oh, so they're gonna imply that they had sex. I was like, okay, that's fine. And then it cuts back, and he's shirtless, and she's just in her bra, and I was like, are you? Oh my,
in her undies.
Oh my god. I was like, and then I feel like that scene in particular was like the end of one of the novels. Like, it should have ended with him learning the lesson. He learned the lesson of like, nah, like I can't.
Don't cheat.
Don't cheat. Yeah, or at least how I view it is like, no, she's the one girl for me. Or that should have been what the lesson. But I don't even think. I think that's the lesson he learned was like, don't cheat.
Yeah, don't ever tell Rika about this anymore. And why was the doctor there?
I don't know. I like the nurse didn't even like
him.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
You heard it here first. The older ladies love kids with hepatitis.
Exactly. Hepatitis is alluring to all the ladies.
It's aphrodisiac.
All right. Do you have any final thoughts about this anime? I don't know. I think I've talked more than I want to about this anime.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually had this before we started actually talking about it. I had it higher on my list. I might put it lower, just
from you just thinking about everything that happened in it.
So I actually saved this anime because I was like, it's 6 episodes. I could blow through 6 episodes, and then it wasn't a hard watch. It was just, I don't know how to say it. Like, there's some anime that feel like I don't feel like the pacing was bad because I feel like the episodes did actually go through pretty normal. Like, I never felt like I was sitting there for an hour watching one episode.
Yeah.
Like, it's always stuff happening, even though it's not good.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Stuff's always happening, so it makes it seem like it's faster than it is, or at least like the right pace. I don't know. There wasn't a single episode when I watched where like it never not intentionally had fun, but like I didn't enjoy. Like I was enjoying it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's another anime I have in mind that has the same reasons where I like.
You like it for the wrong reasons.
I like it for the wrong reasons because it's like a Chinese made anime,
Uh-huh.
and it's really cheaply made, and you can just see the $10 they spent on making this scene. And when we get to that one, I'm gonna be very happy because it's just ridiculous. But I don't know. This is not a. The more when I opened it up, when I opened up the podcast, I said it's not a bad anime. It's not a good anime, but it's on the lower end. It's a bad anime. Like it's not Speed Graphers bad. It's not. It's not Speed Graphers bad.
Yeah.
And it's really close to Sunday, I feel.
Okay.
But at least Sunday has like an interesting premise.
Yeah, and interesting looking characters.
Exactly. Even yeah. I don't know. Maybe just because the age is part of it also.
But what I think I have it actually higher on that on my list. But I think what sets it what makes it higher is just the amount of episodes.
Right. Just you don't have to sit through as many crap. I could see that.
You know, the more that you're saying, the more that I think about Sunday, the more I think that it's not so bad as we thought it was.
I mean, now that we're comparing it to other things, like I don't know if I'd rather watch Sunday than this. Just that the idea of Sunday is really good. I feel it's really strong. Just the execution is what's bad.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it bad. Like
it had a really good idea, but it just fell flat.
Yeah, like the idea
fumbled the ball.
Yeah, exactly. The idea can't carry the whole anime.
Yeah.
Especially when it's bad, you know? So, accessibility, there's nothing really to...
there's that sexual scene.
But that's about...
like half a minute or something.
Not even that.
And then there's those dirty magazines.
Which is...
like nothing.
Whatever. Nothing other than that, nothing too objective.
Yeah. And it's on Crunchyroll.
Easy to find.
Yep.
Rewatchability really low. Never really gonna watch it again.
Yeah, I will never go back to this anime again. I feel like there's like some of the times I like to give the anime like, yeah, maybe I'll watch it if like this and this happens, or if a friend is wanting to watch it. But this one, I feel like just once is enough.
Is this your version of my Sunday Without God? Would you say, where Sunday Without God, like in my head, was gonna be really, really good and then just fell flat? Was this your idea of it? Like so, you thought it was gonna be good and then it just...
Yeah, I was really hoping that this was gonna be like at least a decent anime. Like I was hoping to feel something from it, and it just didn't. Like even like earlier in the week, we were like discussing this anime and like other scenes from anime that were
way sadder.
That were way sadder than the entire series.
Exactly. That's why I kind of wanted to pitch the idea of just have a segment to be like things sadder than this anime. Like we went on for a good like 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 texts.
Different.
And it just got progressively like lower and
exactly,
lower.
Progressively sillier.
Like I started with like Deku not learning he's quirkless.
Great, which is a great scene. Mm-hmm. And then I think I hit you immediately with like something that wasn't even that sad. As like, oh well, I don't know.
And then I like Pikachu breaking his ketchup bottle.
Exactly. Oh my god.
It's sadder than this anime.
I don't know. It tried. I mean, it tried.
Yeah, it tried.
There's some moments where I was like, "Oh, that's cute."
Yeah.
But I never felt
sad.
Mm-hmm. And it wants you to feel sad.
Mm-hmm. Not even like in the surgery or anything like that.
Exactly.
I didn't even feel sad when like the doctor came out and he was like all upset with himself.
Right.
I was like, oh, I'm sure she's still alive.
Right. Exactly. I felt like that was a real red herring almost.
Yeah.
Of him coming out and be like,
yeah, because he was like he was like mixing words to make it like super confusing.
Yeah, and
like,
then
I think even Yuichi came out, it's like, oh, so she's okay, and then the
he's
doctor's
like,
like, oh yeah,
but you're gonna have to make a tough choice.
yeah,
like,
you're gonna have to make a tough choice. It's gonna be hard for you.
So what do you mean? He's like, oh, you'll find out. I was like, what? You just tell me.
I know exactly. I'm 17 years old.
I'm a man. All right, moment of truth, Jay.
Changes we would make.
No, I forgot about that. All right, changes we would make. I basically described what just you can fix a lot of the. I feel you can fix a lot of it just by changing some scenes around.
Yeah.
Not even changing the writing, just changing
placement
of scenes. Mm-hmm. And I think it's the first time I've ever had that comment. Mm-hmm. Like, this is so weird to have. Like, yeah. I don't know, just because maybe
it's a very like unique situation.
Like maybe because this is like what our 22nd, 23rd
I think it's our
22nd episode. Maybe just because now I'm watching anime more closely than I had before. I mean, before I was watching anime closely, but now, like, since we're talking about cinematography and stuff, I'm watching more of the structure
and the detail and all that.
Yeah, and this is the first time I think I've ever had that
critique
of any anime. It was like, if you just built it differently, it would be fine. I mean, besides like not even changing like context of scenes. Like, I feel like Speedgrapher is like an anime where you can throw the whole anime out and you have to come up with something new.
You could use the same idea and make something even a lot better.
But you can use the same scenes in this one, but just shuffle them around. Mm-hmm. And like take some scenes out, adjust them.
Yeah.
And it'd be fine.
Mm-hmm. For me, I feel like I think if this was like like a true OVA, and well, not true OVA because OVAs could be like any amount of episodes, but if this was like 3 episodes, like before the surgery, and then after the surgery, I think it would have been fine.
Give it less episodes.
Like, yeah, give it less episodes.
Yeah.
I think that would have worked too.
I mean, I feel like...
Well, I guess you could also say that, hey, it could probably work better as a movie.
Yeah, maybe it's better as a movie. We don't know. Like, I feel like the episode where like they went to the school, I get what they were trying to do. They're trying to draw sympathy.
Yeah.
But
show her something that she hasn't really experienced.
Yeah, but that it didn't really work. Mm-hmm. It was just like too like zany.
With the principal having that wooden sword. What are those wooden swords called?
I don't know.
Didn't we ask that question before?
I'm pretty sure we have. It's come up before.
Yeah. And then you see him later, like he's like they suplexed him or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Or like Zebra Mask like jumped off the wall to hit him. It was weird. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel this is like the one bad anime. I feel like it can be saved. Mm-hmm. And just doing minor things.
Yeah, with the stuff that it has, it could be saved.
Like, it still would be in whatever anime, but it'd be better than what it was.
Yeah.
Like, they have the tools to fix it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
All right, so now
the moment of truth.
Rating. All right. I would not recommend this anime.
Okay. This for me, it's hard to give it a neutral because I don't think this is a neutral.
No, I wouldn't.
But yeah, I guess it is I'm not going to recommend it.
Yeah, it's a pass.
It's a pass. It's definitely on the lower end.
Soft pass, soft pass, hard pass.
I'm gonna say soft pass.
Well, mid-neutral pass. Like, it's not a hard pass, but it's not a light pass. It's more than a light pass, more than a light pass, less than a hard pass. It's just like
a medium pass.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think we have any really hard passes. Like Speedgrapher has at least a little something to be like, the monster designs are kind of cool.
Yeah, and they have interesting powers.
Yeah, like I don't think we've had an anime, but like avoid it like the plague. Like don't even
not yet
touch it. Maybe in the podcast when we were talking about Speedgraphers, that's probably how it came out of like avoid it. But even that, like there's a little bit you can gain from
watching it. Yeah, I mean there are definitely people that love that anime.
Yeah. All right. So now that we're done looking up at the half moon, Jay,
It's already dawn.
Exactly. It's dawn in this sweatshop of a room.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the next week's anime?
Yeah. Hit me with it, Aaron.
I feel like we should stay a little bit in the romance department this week. We are doing, we've experienced love in this podcast. We've fallen in love with monster girls.
Mm-hmm.
We've fallen in love with 2D
Superheroes.
girls, with superhero girls. I think we have to take the next step, Jay, and we need to fall in love with zombie girls.
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, we are doing Sankareya Undying Love.
Oh, okay, that's not what I'm thinking.
Whoa, what were you thinking
I
of?
was thinking of, is this the zombie?
Oh, we could do that too, but
Not now.
not now.
Okay.
That can wait. No, but Sankareya Undying Love.
Is this like a rom-com or something?
Yeah, it's a rom-com anime about this guy. He's like a Romero fan. Like
Okay.
he loves zombie movies.
All right.
He even he has like a Necronomicon kind of book, and the girl he really likes like trips and falls down a cliff and dies, and he reanimates her back to life.
Okay.
And it's about him
His relationship with her.
with the zombie girl.
Okay. That sounds. Where can we find it?
You can find it. I want to say you can find it on Crunchyroll.
Okay.
I know 100% you can find it on Funimation.
All right.
Maybe Hulu, but I doubt it'll be on Hulu.
Okay.
The funny thing about this anime, little backstory to it, when Funimation released it a couple years ago, they really messed up, and they released the censored version by accident.
The uncensored version?
No, the censored version.
Okay.
So whatever they're given is what they're given. So the company that gave them the edited versions, like the TV version of the anime. So people were really, really mad when they didn't get to see their zombie titties. And which is really funny. I think I'll show you right now after we sign off. They created because they were like, I guess it was their mistake. And they were like, oh, well, we'll recall these DVDs and these Blu-rays, and we'll send you the new ones that have the uncensored version on it.
Okay.
So I think a year or two after it happened, Funimation re-released it again, and they mentioned that mess up in the trailer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they're like 2 years ago, Funimation did the most horrible thing.
and released the edited version.
Yeah. So that's what I kind of like about Funimation. They have a lot of fun.
Yeah. It seems like it'd be fun to work there.
Yeah, I really want to work there, but it's in Texas. What am I gonna do?
I know, right? Exactly.
All right, guys.
The closest anime related thing is Viz Media. It's in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, Viz is but there's also some stuff down in LA too. Some producers are down there. Like the producers and writers.
Okay.
Like I know the people who wrote the Mob Psycho dub and performed it. It's down south. They hired people from Southern California to do it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But all right, well we'll see how
this anime goes.
Exactly.
All right, guys. So if you like us, leave a like on SoundCloud. Give us that heart. Follow us on SoundCloud. Our YouTube channel is up and running. We've been doing a Let's Play of Hatsubul Boyfriend.
I forgot to mention that too. We fell in love with some birds.
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P. Nageki.
Yeah, Nageki, our number one bird.
Husbando.
And
we're getting really close to the end, so
yeah, exactly.
So make sure to
subscribe on there so you can see. Well, we're doing all the endings. So
yeah, exactly. See our commentary on all of our birds.
Our genuine reactions, because a lot of the time we're doing it blind.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know what? I'm kind of happy that we lost
Some
that
footage.
Yeah, because I think the last footage we did was probably one of our blandest one,
Yeah.
right? I wasn't,
because really we were just reading.
yeah, we
Yeah, I
were reading
felt
off of the guide, and
Yeah.
I felt that made it not genuine.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of glad we lost that footage.
All right, and subscribe on iTunes or give us a 5-star rating or whatever rating system.
5-star rating. Leave us a comment.
Yeah, leave us a comment on all the platforms. We just got a comment on one of our YouTube videos, so we'll be adding the request from I think her name was Sakura.
Yeah, I think
adding that to the
how
list.
we're gonna do it now. We can do it starting now. It'd be me. Comment. Well, if you ever get a comment,
Mm-hmm.
and then you, and then
Yeah.
me, and then just.
Yeah, we could do it that way.
Or we can do like me comment, you comment, me.
Oh yeah, it just depends on
It depends how much we get.
how much we get. But we just got one, so we'll be doing that one. Not, I don't know when.
They were both good.
Yeah,
So
good
we can slot them
recommendations.
anywhere.
Yeah. And we'll shout out the
Yeah, exactly.
We'll shout you out if you give us a comment with a recommendation.
Exactly.
All right, guys. So that was the podcast. We'll see you guys in the next one. All right.
Oh wait, also SoundCloud.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, I did say like us. Follow us on SoundCloud.
Follow us, class. SoundCloud.com/cherrybomb.
Yeah.
Links.
You get all the podcasts there first.
Yeah. Do you have? Yeah. YouTube. It's a week behind just because how we do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Check us out.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Later.
Later.